he's going to be unreal. I think he could be better than Zeke.
Ooh, you heard it here. I should mark that. Hold
when
on.
it's all said and
We'll
done.
mark that.
He's not right now.
Yep.
Stop.
Okay, I'm marking it still.
You want to talk real quick?
I'm just saying.
I think you need to vent right now.
Zeke's incredible.
I watched that game,
Uh-huh.
and I want that one more thing. I want to get y'all opinion on this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you watched it, darn it.
Yeah.
If you watched that game early,
Marcus is popular.
they were going after Eli Manning. Those boo birds were out. Be honest, Steve.
The Giants fans are done with him.
That's what I was.
But that's the equivalent I was talking
you
about.
You felt a little bad for Eli Manning.
No, when I said
I
said that I'm putting the equivalent to Louisville and New York right now. Look, against Georgia Tech, and I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. It took about 30 seconds for people to be like, all right, boo! Hey, I'm done. Like, wait a minute, what did we do?
You told me it was that bad,
Yes.
and I didn't believe you until I went back and watched the opening.
And I'm not
moment.
saying you're right or wrong for booing, but I mean, I'm drawing there's some angst there in New York where they're like, look, I don't know what's got to change, but something's got to change. And I think in Louisville right now,
every short pass he threw,
right.
Every short pass he threw, it was full all out.
Yes.
Booing.
Yes.
I was like, y'all do know that's Eli Manning though, right?
I know. But in Louisville, I think it's the same way. I think everybody's just kind of to the point where we're like, look, I don't know what's got to change, but something's got to change. Something's got to change. A staff's got to change. A head coach has got to change. A player's got to something's got to change.
Could you picture Odell Beckham Jr. pulling a Des Bryant and be like, "That's my quarterback"?
That was T.O.
T.O. My bad. T.O. Pulling a T.O.
Yeah.
That's my quarterback.
No, absolutely not.
Was that fake?
What, T.O.? No. No, he loved Romo. T.O.'s not right in the head, dude.
No, not at all.
He's an emotional dude. I don't want to say he's not right. He's just emotional. He's an emotional guy.
He can still run a 4-4 though.
Yeah, he's trying to get back on the Cowboys right now. That's what he's tweeting at.
That would be awesome.
Isn't he playing for a CFL team or something?
No, I don't think so. I think he did a little.
He
did a little stint.
He just wanted to show how fast he was to everybody.
Sure.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco still runs a 4.42 and he'll cook somebody.
Yeah.
I was just wondering about that T.O. moment. I never decided on if that was real or not. No one always kind of floated around in the back of my head. I'm ready for Lamar Jackson to start too. Yep. You know what we didn't? Speaking of Lamar Jackson, really quick, people, let us clean our plate. Let us clean our weekly plate. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, we didn't get to really talk about that Joe Flacco article that came out, right? About his wife.
No. Oh, no. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Speaking of, right? I was disappointed. Perrin has taken up the Joe Flacco sucks flag, right? We don't really care about, like, Flacco's just extra average,
right,
to us. Our only Joe Flacco stuff is Lamar centric, right?
Yes.
But we did discuss, like, he's getting a pass on being a bad teammate. We said he'd be starting. Lamar would be taking the helm around this time.
Yeah.
Because of that bad teammate stuff. People, do you know? Imagine if I told you there was a guy starting over you that when he wasn't in the game, they sent him to be a decoy, and he just stood and just sucked his thumb. Right?
Right.
And just went over and stood by the sideline and sucked his thumb during the game.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco's wife told him, at least you can try to look interested in football when you're not in the game. He thought that was funny. Joe Flacco thought it was funny that his wife is saying, hey, that's a bad look, you over there just looking like you. And you know what he says? Hey, well, the coach, I'm just trying to stay out of everybody's way. And just standing up straight on a football field, Steve.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the guy that's playing over Lamar Jackson.
You know, Lamar Jackson, real quick, because we'll get into some stuff here in a few, but I just typed in Lamar Jackson's name in Twitter. Just typed in, just see what people were saying. Let me read you a few tweets just right off the top.
I'm ready.
First tweet, Can somebody explain to me why Flacco has to be on the field each time Lamar Jackson gets a play?
That's a fact, especially after this crap.
Next tweet. You know, that wasn't something I paid attention, but it's a good point. How come every time Lamar Jackson comes into the game, the announcers start talking about whether Flacco is happy about it or not? Who cares?
Wouldn't you think so?
The next tweet. Curious. Should the Pats be blamed for taking Sonny Michel over Lamar Jackson? I mean, Brady's got 1 or 2 years left, and they had a shot at a great quarterback. You can't
make this stuff up.
You can't make this up, man. I mean, you go. How about this one? Minkah Fitzpatrick over Lamar was a huge mistake by the Dolphins.
Right?
Yeah. How about this one? It's a Giants fan. They're retweeting a Bleacher Report thing, and it's Odell and Barkley saying, bro, we got to do something about Eli. I got an answer. How about go get Lamar Jackson?
Right.
Yeah. This is what people are, this is what you're seeing.
I could not have asked this to play out any more perfect. We give a lot of predictions, and listen, I was wrong. Indiana looks like they're killing it, and Louisville might not meet the expectations that I predicted.
Can I get one more?
Go, please.
I don't know, but Cole Beasley with Lamar Jackson would be fun to watch if things go south in Dallas.
That's what Steve, we knew at this point of the year, everybody's going to be, anybody who doesn't got a championship, who doesn't have a
Giants
championship
should look
team.
for Lamar Jackson. I wish we could trade for Lamar Jackson.
Right now.
Only 2 quarterbacks drafted in 2018 are franchise quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson.
Period.
Is there any way we can get Lamar Jackson? # New York Giants. Man, oh man, if Ronnie Staley blocks that first guy, Lamar Jackson would still be running. Should have drafted Lamar Jackson. # Giants.
Keep in mind,
this is
and all the while, guess what Lamar Jackson is tweeting out, people? I miss my boys in Louisville.
I know.
Think about it. You're the most talked about backup quarterback in the entire NFL.
I can't stop. The Giants should have traded their first-round pick after picking Saquon Barkley and got Lamar Jackson. Giants should trade Lamar Jackson. Free LJ. Why didn't they draft Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson should be a Jaguar. They should have drafted Lamar Jackson.
Right. Right.
Imagine if the Giants had traded back and got Lamar Jackson.
Right.
I could go on for days with these tweets.
That's what I'm talking about.
And all I did was type in Lamar Jackson.
And meanwhile, Joe Flacco doesn't respect his team enough to get in a posture that says we might have Joe Flacco throw the ball on this play.
Right. Right.
Which is why we went down this whole road.
Mm-hmm.
Where's our Joe Flacco? 8150 939 is the number. 3831 939 is the tagline. Where's our Joe Flacco defendants now? Well, they are 3-3. Of course there are. Whatever they are. What is their record anyway? Do you know?
I don't know, man. I don't think
Probably
I don't know if they're 500 because they've lost to Carolina. I know they've lost to Dallas. I know they lost last night.
Yeah, 3-2.
No, they don't have. There's no way they got a winning record.
I'm at 2-3.
Maybe.
But you get my
I'd have to
point.
look, yeah.
This is where we thought they would be right now.
Sure.
Clamoring for Lamar Jackson. And
wait a minute. You're talking about Baltimore. I'm talking about New York.
Baltimore is 2-3.
Okay,
Baltimore's
Baltimore's probably 2 and 3. Yeah,
Or 3 and 2.
Okay. Maybe 3 and 2. Yeah,
You're right.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. That was.
They stole one.
Somebody said 1 and 5.
There's no way they're 1
No,
and
they
5.
were talking about the Giants. I was talking about the Giants too. Yeah.
I was gonna say no way because if they were 1 and 5, like you got to go.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Come on, guys.
We're talking about 2 different teams.
Way
here.
too much football talk here. That concludes our NFL.
Yeah. Well, this weekend, Dallas and Jaguars. I mean, this is a big game for this show because I think you said Ramsey. I said Zeke. We'll see.
Well, my boy's on a bye week, so I get to watch all football. Listen, by this time tomorrow, I'll be Boston College, Louisville centric.
I'll do one more real quick.
It'd be awesome.
Because Sunday, I'm going to sit down around 4 o'clock, and I'm going to watch the Cowboys-Jaguars all the way through. And then I'm not going to lie to you. 3 and 2. Okay. Appreciate that, Texter.
Yeah.
Try to pull me away from the TV. New England, Kansas City. I'm in, dude. I'm gonna watch a lot. It's good, man. I gotta find a good early game.
I need Kansas City to put New England to sleep.
I like Brady.
I know. I should be cheering for New England the whole time because Detroit beat them.
Yeah, but this ain't college. It don't matter. Like, you don't get credit for, well, they beat that team, so they get in. It's just strictly record. You can win every NFL game by half a point, and you're the number 1 seed. It doesn't matter. Nobody else is getting it but you. So,
speaking of feeling good about wins and losses, I was thinking about this time tomorrow, or I'll be locking in, getting ready, to load up on Purdue, Boston College. That's not funny, Steve. Boston College.
I thought you meant to do that.
No, I did not mean to do that. Boston College. Speaking of, Boston Joe's in town, I think. We might have him give us a call later on. Louisville, Boston College on the road. Here's the thing. I was talking about feelings of actual football.
yeah.
Is Georgia Tech out of your psyche now? Have you mulliganed that Georgia Tech game? Because what I've talked about, like publicly and kind of in the streets socially, we're mulliganed out with the Georgia Tech game.
Man, the schedule sucks tomorrow. Sorry. I'm just looking out through there. There is not any good game. LSU, Georgia, I'll watch that probably, but that lost some luster last week. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I think there's one Big Ten matchup or something.
Yeah, Penn State, Michigan State. But
no, that's not it.
Yeah, no. Sorry. I didn't mean to overhaul you there, but yeah.
Is there an update on Morgan and Morgan lawsuit? Follow on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll get there.
I was just going through text line. Okay.
Yeah.
Louisville, Boston
Yes.
College. I'm sorry. Georgia Tech. Are we past the Georgia Tech game? Do we think that was the team? Do we think, because here's the thing. I had a moment this morning where I said, who did we play last time? Or who did we play last week? And I mean, of course, it only took me a couple of moments to remember. But the fact that I just kind of scrapped 66 points from my brain,
Sure.
like that's supposed to be a beatdown that says we suck. Like that's supposed to be a score that burns kind of in your brain.
Yeah, but I think we're all in a different, unique place at the moment. Where I think Louisville fans right now, we don't know whether we want to break up with her, marry her.
God, Steve, you're gonna get us in so much trouble with these analogies.
We don't know. Like, I mean, we're look, here's the deal, man. We're going off to college next year.
You know what it is?
Yeah,
We're
that's it,
going.
totally.
You know what we
I
need.
feel it, Steve.
You know what this is, Steve? I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off and I'm gonna steal your whole point.
Brian, is everything okay at home, man? Dang. There was some pain behind that, man.
I tried to keep going. You know what this is?
he was like, man, I know.
I'm gonna make this. I'll make this analogy season centric, right?
Yeah.
I won't make it year centric.
Okay.
I won't make it big. You know what this is, Steve? You know what this is, Brian? Boston College. This game is our counseling. This is us going to see the marriage counselor to see if this is going to work. I need the marriage counselor to convince me that we both have the same goal here, right?
Yeah.
And so I've heard. I mean, I have absolutely no experience with marriage counseling,
Right.
But I've heard about it, and they said the one thing they try to convince you is that you are on teams, and if you can't agree that you're on teams after the first session, you know what I'm saying, or the second session. They say the first section is the blame session, and then the second session is the agree that we're, fighting for the same goal.
Yeah.
I think this Boston College game is like our first counseling session, right?
No, that's a good analogy, I think.
Because, do we, what's the last blame here, right? And what are we gonna do? Like, are we on the same page? Are we on the same team? Do we think the coaches are bailing out on their players? Are the coaches? Because here's the thing. If hypothetically Brian Van Gorder right now is over on that sideline, and these are things you cannot help yourself, people. I mean, human nature comes out. When the guy comes over to the sideline, and you go to your kid and say, yeah, man, I wanted to blitz, man, but this jackass, assistant coaches start peeling away from the squad. Then they start going to their superstar players and saying, dude, this ain't your fault. This ain't your fault. This ain't my fault. My hands are tied. Those are the things, those are the things that will derail a seat. Like you just go there and get blown out by Boston College. It's because you suck. Right? You suck. Boston College is not an awesome team. Like I said, you kind of got that Georgia Tech pass because it's funky, but you've seen Boston College against their opponents, and there's nothing like talent-wise that says, there's not even scheme-wise out of Boston College.
Yeah.
Like Florida State they're a superior talented team, right? Georgia Tech has a superior, not superior, but it has a functionality that's really hard to mess with. It's Boston College, when you go hard-nosed, run game. Inaccurate quarterback, one playmaker, wide receiver playmaker, one running back playmaker, and an identity.
Well, and A.J. Dillon is still up in the air whether he's going to play yet.
Right.
But, I'm assuming he will. But even if he does, you're talking a guy coming off injury. You know? So,
right. So you're at the point where
everything sets up that I should feel comfortable saying this should be a game y'all could bounce back on. Should be. So if you go out there and you look like crap again.
Yeah, it's because this says something about you, not Boston College.
Yes. No, honey, the problem's with you.
You can't say that to the counselor, though, Steve. Yes, you can.
Well, I think after the counselor gives me the counselor gives me things to do, he's like, okay, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do these little exercises, and once we're done.
They're going to give you the foam bats.
Yeah, yes. What?
Those comedy shows, they always have a couple going to counseling, and then they give them foam bats so they can take their frustration out without actually hurting their mate. You've never seen those?
No. I don't know.
Never mind. Keep on talking.
But I was thinking more like
little toy foam bats. You've never seen any TV shows where they hit each other with the little foam bats, like pillow bats?
I've seen them.
Of course you have, Brian. Everybody has except for Steve. Because all of a sudden Steve doesn't know about.
I was thinking more like if the counselor said, look, every day y'all are going to wake up and say 3 positive things about each other. And then,
no, because that's just hiding. That's just hiding the problem.
And then we wake up and I do it. She don't. And
last night?
I did not.
I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Say nothing like
I'm
that.
Kidding.
You're sick. That come out of your mind.
But
you remind me of scary movies when people are like, "Oh my gosh, some
how did
scary
you even
movies."
Think of that? Yeah.
I'm like, dude, somebody said one time they were talking about those Saw movies or something. I've never really saw, but they were like,
don't.
Yeah, they were like, man, can you imagine if there was actually somebody that did that? I'm like, somebody.
Counseling, therapy.
Tomorrow's a game where I feel like that things kind of set up nicely for you. You've watched a system like yours go bust them.
Do they set up for blame?
Yes.
So you're.
And this is the first game of the year you have a direct. Let's not hide it. Can we not hide it? You have a direct correlation with Purdue. I've watched Purdue play them. Only thing's not direct, I will say. You're at Boston College. You was at Purdue. But you have a direct, this is the only time of the year
where compare and contrast.
Where you can compare and contrast with game film. This is what they did. This is what we did. And this is a game, and I think Louisville's a much better team than Purdue. I really do. I think
what else too?
Talent-wise.
Hassan Hall is exactly what Rondell Moore.
This is why good for Tutu Atwell that he said, no, they're slow.
Steve, I'll take it a step further.
Yeah.
If A.J. Dillon doesn't play, I'd say they're equal. If we're playing at Boston College without A.J. Dillon and they played him at home.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
I think that's an even
That's
trade,
a good. I get what you're saying. That's a good point. Yeah. Especially even if not, he is coming off injury. So, but that's why I was glad that Tutu Atwell said, because to me, and I'm not saying this is what Tutu Atwell was doing,
right?
But to
it-
me,
it
that
did.
kind of puts the staff kind of on the spot.
Yep.
When Tutu Atwell says, yeah, they're all slow. So you
So-
better give the ball to the playmakers.
Right. So it's a indirect. They're slow. They're inferior. If Bobby doesn't have us in position to score points, it's a coach's thing.
Yeah.
And-
okay. Texter says we've lost it. You're gonna have to tell me why. You can't just text in. You guys have lost it, and not
Do they
give-
mean like lost control of the show? I mean, are they not enjoying our
I
conversation?
don't know. I got to know because I need a counteractive opinion here. But I mean, like,
yeah, like what do you mean like
that had on offense was when they got the ball to guys like Rondell Moore, when they got the ball to the guys like the Knox kid. They're playmakers.
They had 3 guys.
Yeah.
They had 3 guys that were targeted
Right.
all day long.
So I say that.
To be fair, though, Purdue's defense did have 3-4 interceptions.
Right. Right.
And Bobby said it. Bobby said
He did say that.
exactly what you would expect a Jeff Brom to say. The turnovers on defense put us in position to score multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby's not here. That's a big thing he needs. I mean,
What we're so mad at Bobby in the moment that we scoff at that when he says
Sure.
that in a press conference.
sure.
Even if he's 100% right. These good teams are putting their offense in positions
Yeah.
to, Hassan Hall punt return is awesome, but
Mhm.
it's nothing like a turnover that has you on a 36.
Well, also though, the one time now again, this is what stinks is you say it's kind of a double-edged sword. The one time they actually did get a big time turnover and put you in position, you were on the 5-yard line and didn't punch it in. So you also can't say you need turnovers and then when the defense turns it over and puts you on the 5-yard
Steve,
line, you
I-
can't score.
I was starting to feel so good too.
I know.
That. Quick commercial break. Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 93.9.
Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150 939 is the number. 939 is the station. People, sorry about the long break. Sorry about the long pause. Brian Hall, were you in the booth freaking out? Like, did you feel like you were going to lose your position as number one producer because the break was so long?
No, not too worried about it. But at the same time, I want the listeners to get what they want.
Yeah,
they want more. They want more Marcus and Steve.
See, here's the problem, and here's the apology I have to make, and the disclaimer. Listeners, I work with some really smart people, and it's true we want to kill each other probably once a week, but they're still really smart people. So during the break, I'm kind of talking about the subject that we're going forward with. It starts off with a joke here and there, and before you know it, I'm in a deep, detailed conversation. Now, Steve, just so we can make a disclaimer on air.
Okay.
I have 3 things at the bottom of my page that I wanted to make sure I started talking about.
All right.
Within the next segment or two. Can you read off those 3 bottom things that I have?
U of L men's soccer.
That's 1.
Billy Preston, Google Images.
Where do you see that at?
That's 2.
Kelly Bryant, playmaker.
So, just so we confirm that I was getting ready to talk about the Kelly Bryant situation, because here's the thing: everybody should know we have this thing. We can't be stealing each other's content from the break room, because I don't know if somebody has designed their entire show around Kelly Bryant conversation. So I gotta kind of make sure that I'm not stepping on somebody's toes. But listen, if we're just gonna talk about the same things, then listen, everything's fair. So Steve, in the Kelly Bryant conversation, because a texter actually asked about it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, our first joke is, "Come on, Kelly."
Yeah.
Come on, Kelly. But then there's concerns.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The concern is, this is one of my earlier comments. You do know if you bring Kelly Bryant to this school and you have any kind of rough start or rough patch, you're the problem.
Right.
Are we convinced of that? Or, because listen, nobody's going to put up with, well, Kelly Bryant was just a system quarterback at Clemson and he had all this talent around him and that's why he looked good. No, we've watched Kelly Bryant throw a consistent out route over and over again accurately.
Sure.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Accurate enough to run a system.
Yeah.
Do you want Kelly Bryant?
Yes.
Do you want him as, I take talent all day, every day? Or do you want him as, this guy can make my team win right now?
No, I think that it's both. I think it's both. I think I want more competition, the better.
Right?
Because I'm sure I want more options. And if somebody leaves because of it, well, then that shows me all I need to know about you.
Our ESPN 680 host from 3 to 6, Jason Anderson, brings up an interesting point. The fact that you go after a Kelly Bryant may say you're not in the best position. Now, I immediately thought the quarterback position is where we're recruiting the best at, probably. The quarterback pool, prospect pool, is probably your safe zone.
Yes.
Talent-wise.
Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that thought process. A couple reasons. I think one thing is Kelly Bryant has 1 year left. He's a 1-year player.
Right.
That's it. I think that why do you have to, even then, we're in good shape.
Right.
With
And you, I feel like it's time to get out of the traditional, if you got more than one quarterback, you got too many, or you don't have a guy that's a immediate starter. Like every college and pro program is used to having a starter.
Yes.
A starter in off season, a starter known, a starter guaranteed. Like that it's a problem to have competition.
Right. No, I agree. So that's where I say, and look, and all this stems from, I think Brian Hall said in the Sports Center, Woody Womack from Rivals yesterday had a list that basically Kelly Bryant is going to unofficially visit Carolina. He's set for an official visit to Arkansas. And then Missouri and Louisville are, among other programs, that are trying to get him in for an
Does
official.
it bother you that the teams named are teams that seem to be struggling at the quarterback position? Do you feel like you're right in that conversation?
Yeah.
With those people.
Yes. I mean, up to this point, yeah, sure.
And then you do that, and then you throw in the disclaimer up to this point.
Yeah, well,
Because I realize I'm probably the only guy that just says to me, listen, Marcus, the quarterback whisperer Maven, says, Coach, Juwan, I'm gonna say this in front of Coach. He's right when they say you lack urgency in your drop and in your body motion and in everything you do. You lack emotional urgency. When I was at my, NBA draft camps and things like that,
yeah,
a coach said that to me about walking slow and looking like looking too comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Of course I scoffed at that,
Right.
Like this guy, he was like the third assistant on the team, but he said that. It's something about the way you're walking around, man, you know what I'm saying, that says, you don't want it as bad. And I thought that was ridiculous. But years and years later, I'm like, dude, you are so good and talented. You don't have to move at that speed until you get pissed off.
Yeah.
That's the only time you get benched. You should not have to get benched every game to come out mad. You should not have to get hit in the lip or start, he looks like one of those guys too who takes that big shot. Now all of a sudden you yelling at somebody. Now all of a sudden somebody get a good lick. Kind of like Lamar. Lamar didn't feel like he was in a game until he got popped one time. But you want to tell Lamar and you want to tell Juwan Pass that's not necessary. So here's the thing.
Okay.
I told that roundabout story to say you're still the biggest upside, one of the biggest upside quarterbacks that we've seen, that we're going to see.
Yeah, and he has something that no other quarterback you can get next year would have, especially more so if he comes to Louisville. There's two words.
And you're talking about Kelly Bryant.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was talking about Juwan.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Like his urgency, his intensity. I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying Juwan Pass's upside is still urgency related. Kelly Bryant has urgency and has that stuff, but he can never be 6'5", 240.
I don't know. How tall's Kelly Bryant?
I don't think he's that big.
Look that up.
I'm comfortable.
He may not be that big.
Yeah, but this is just me watching Juwan Pass take those hits when he was trying to get better.
Yeah.
Like, to me, Steve, I was so impressed in that, in that Florida State game when he starts sitting in that pocket,
He's 6'3", 230.
Juwan's huge.
Juwan is huge.
Kelly Bryant can't take the hits Juwan was taking,
Yeah.
in those recent games. But okay, but keep kind of to your.
No, I don't agree with that. I think Kelly Bryant can't take those hits. I think he can't take those hits. I will say this though. I think that the thing that intrigues me the
he
most.
He wouldn't even take him because he's sharper.
Well, the thing that intrigues me the most with Kelly Bryant has to do with two words.
Oh my God, I'm listening.
Trevor Lawrence. Because if you're Kelly Bryant, you're like
you want his head on a platter.
Yeah, you're like, dude. No, I know I'm better than you. I know that I'm as good as you.
Right now,
I know that I went to the college football playoff. You know what I'm saying? I went to the college football playoff with this team.
I dug us out some holes.
In a year where we lost Deshaun Watson, I stepped right in and took us back to the college football playoff. Like, I think Kelly Bryant, if he stays a place like Louisville, where Trevor Lawrence, now you're going to have to come into my stadium with my team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Steve, don't do this.
I know. But that's why I want him.
Steve, why are you dancing around the elephant in the room. Steve, I know you. I know you long enough, and you're the reason that I won't rob a bank with you, because as soon as it comes time to divvy up the money, you'll be plotting on how to take this money from me. Listen, you don't care about Trevor Lawrence. You don't care about anything else. You want that Clemson playbook. You want Kelly Bryant. You want the defensive system. You want the Clemson system. All jokes aside, are you above asking for all the details of the Clemson system?
Oh, no. The moment Kelly Bryant commits to Louisville, you set that kid down.
So you would be Bill Belichick with it? What are his keys?
You try to get secrets on his official visit.
Isn't that kind of wrong?
No. That's gamesmanship, man.
This is college.
So what? Bobby's out here they're about to pay $14 million to take his job away. No. I get Kelly Bryant on an official visit.
You put on a whiteboard.
And
what are your keys? What are you taught to look forward?
Because Kelly, even if you don't come here to Louisville, you show me Dabo Swinney's playbook. Because even if you want to go play in Arkansas with Chad Morris or whatever, even if you want to go there, I get it.
Don't you want me to beat Clemson?
But don't you still want to screw over Dabo Swinney?
Oh, man.
You give me the playbook right now on that whiteboard. And you know what? Do it for Steve Rummage.
8150 93.9 is the number.
Clemson.
3831 93.9 is the text line.
Come on, Kelly.
Brian Hall, get on that microphone right now. Steve and I 100% disagree. I think it's below gamesmanship to get Kelly Bryant here and start asking him to give you the details of the Clemson system. And I'm probably wrong. Caller, what do you think? Texter, would you ask the Clemson quarterback on a transfer visit to give you the details of Clemson's offense?
Well, it depends. How mad is Kelly Bryant at Clemson right
now? Really mad.
Yeah.
As mad as humanly possible.
Because you don't want to scare him away by, all we want you for is the playbook.
But if you knew he was going to give it to you, would you ask for it?
Yes.
I don't know, man. That's
dang right.
That's really uncomfortable.
Definitely if he signs. Once he signs, you're like, yep, all right, we're going to need you to tell us everything you know about Clemson.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even wait for him to sign is what I'm saying. I'm like on your official, man. You got to show me some plays. Show me the playbook, man. Show me what you got.
Isn't that WikiLeaks?
What if you pull out his game film and what are you doing right here?
I never had a problem with WikiLeaks.
What if you sneak around it and you pull out game film of him? You're like, we just want to watch some game film. Like, so what play are you running right here?
Well, even my thing with the Wake Forest.
I mean, y'all are probably right, man. But I'm
the Wake Forest thing, dude. I have millions of dollars on the line. If I got a playbook, forget y'all.
I don't know.
I really like how you scramble out right here. What kind of route is that receiver running right there?
Right. What are the scramble drill rules?
The only thing I was upset with about WikiLeaks was the fact that we had the playbook and the game was still close. That upset me more about WikiLeaks than anything that actually happened in WikiLeaks.
What have we become? Is this what college sports is?
It's a multi-million-dollar business.
It's amateur athletics. Steve?
No, absolutely not.
Would you take Elijah's opponent's playbook?
Yeah.
Uncomfortably long time for you to answer. You would give the other opponent's playbook in Elijah's league to your coach, Steve?
I mean, it's Little League.
You just lost your $1 million argument
Steve,
there.
That might be a little far.
No, I didn't say I would.
He probably got 10 plays, man.
He thought about it way too long.
You could probably sit in the stands and put together the playbook. For the team.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like
all you got to do is watch 10 plays and say, dude, that's all I mean,
our team runs a wing team.
Run off the right guard.
Yeah, most thing you get wishbone, you get that's I can't give away secrets because I know there's parents of other teams that listen to the show.
Oh my God.
No, they do. Trust me. So I can't say, but no. You're wrong, Brian. It is much more than just hand the ball off and run here.
It's not off tackle left, off tackle right.
Heck no. The plays they were putting in last night, and the
All right.
calls they were making, I was like,
You said it like they got
That's good
headsets.
stuff, though.
Steve,
No.
they're not wearing headsets.
I told the coach last night a couple of things they
Steve
put
is,
in.
This is too serious.
A couple of things they put in yesterday. I said, son, you realize Bobby Petrino, I've heard that verbiage, right, at camp. I'm like, dude, these 9 and
got an
10-year-old
earpiece.
kids, man.
Steve's got an earpiece in Elijah's helmet.
They're
He's talking to him in
using
the
those
game.
Apple iPod earpieces underneath the helmets. What kind of psychopaths?
Steve's like, swim move, swim move.
Dude, but that's the game. That's what I'm saying. That's the game. That's why you have to, a guy like Kelly Bryant, you get him on a visit, you take the Clemson playbook in a heartbeat. Of course you do.
Yeah, we already did with Wake Forest. Why not do it again? Come on.
I don't know, man.
And I didn't care when you did it to Wake Forest. Good.
Let's just go.
Y'all
to
left the playbook?
We can beat
Screw
Wake
y'all.
Forest without him.
our Bill at Scorns and Sons Collision Center
We need him for
hotline
Clemson.
is going to be our saving grace in more than one way. Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind? Just bottom line. You're okay with that. Ask him for the playbook.
Go right ahead. 5 years of bad football against Clemson. We got to do something. Bobby got to do something to save his job. Dabble has made Bobby look bad for 5 years, and you know this game coming up with Clemson, he's gonna do it, make him look bad some more.
Lawrence, I appreciate the call.
Lawrence is going a step further.
right.
I agree with what.
we
Get
lost-
him in before this year.
We lost 3
Yeah.
games by 11 points total. That's not 5 years of bad
Maybe
football.
Bobby sees it as his saving grace. You know what it is he's got till November 11th on the Clemson game. If he can get Kelly Bryant to commit before then, at least 1 week before the Clemson game, he can get this year's playbook and he can prepare for.
And you keep
that
saying
Clemson game.
commit. I'm saying just get him in on a visit.
Hey, you really want to get back at Clemson? Tell us
Yeah,
the playbook.
like,
Hey,
hey,
we'll go beat 'em.
we want you, but like, even
we'll
if
keep
you
your coach
don't
around,
come
Bobby.
here,
I'm so uncomfortable with this conversation. Quick commercial break. Let me take my breath. Let me take a deep breath. Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number on 93.9 The Ville.
An official broadcast partner of the University
This is Marcus Maven, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. We're rolling along, people. Let me make a confession real quick. Before we jump back into the subjects, I got to make an open confession because sometimes my conscience, it's like my learning about schemes like payola. I have to volunteer certain information. I'll start it off with this disclaimer. I don't drink beer. I do not drink beer under most circumstances.
But when I do, I prefer Great Flood Brewing.
Throw that in there. Or,
God, do we got a sponsor for everything?
or,
That's crazy.
the last beer I had, I enjoyed it so much. I was with Brian Hall at the soccer stadium.
You were. We were sharing drinks.
I was
We were
with
getting a
Brian
couple
Hall
beers.
at Lynn Stadium. People, $1 drink specials until kickoff. Soccerville happy hour. 5-meal deal. Hot dog, nacho, and soda combo. $5.
Ooh.
Now those are just little things that appeal to the fans, right?
Yeah.
There's one more thing, and this is me. This is all about me now. First 300 fans tonight at the soccer stadium, you get the scarves.
Ooh.
You get the University of Louisville
Ooh.
scarves. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I need you people to understand. If there's nothing else that's worth your time, a crisp, beautiful 7 o'clock evening at Lynn Stadium, Mark and Cindy Lynn Stadium, there's no bad seat in the house. The beer is going to be ice cold.
Let me top it off for you. It's a top 25 matchup, ACC matchup.
That's a fact, Brian. Here's the thing. I've been trying to get my hands on a University of Louisville scarf every time I've seen one. Because here's the thing. At football games, the person who's leaving work or the person who can wear whatever they want and they throw on their University of Louisville scarf, right?
Oh, it looks good.
It looks awesome.
Oh, it looks real good.
Listen, it really does. Like, people, you don't have to adjust your outfit if you own one of these University. You can wear any color you want, almost any color you want, of course. But if you have one of these scarves with you, you are official. At football games, it's getting cold, you are official. At the soccer games, you look ridiculously official. If you roll up in that Yum Center, I mean, everybody knows what a scarf does. You can wear a nice button-up shirt, a white button-up shirt. You can have a drink at the Galt House or a local bar, restaurant. That scarf, and you make your way over to that Yum Center. It's a very fashionable, very trendy look. So, listen, you got the drink specials. Whew, nothing like knocking off that little fall chill with a nice beer, whatever you indulge in. But here's the thing. The $5 meal deal, hot dog, nacho, and soda combo for $5 while you're sitting out at the stadium.
That's strong.
That is strong. But I'm telling you, if you get your hand, put it this way. If you're not one of the first 300, I guarantee you're going to pay top dollar to buy the scarf off of somebody who was there in the first 300.
Oh, let me tell you, I had to go to extreme measures when Louisville City did this, and they did their scarves. My dad wanted one so bad, and it was hard to get a hold of. If you're not one of the first 300, then, better luck.
Listen,
go buy one.
The price quintuples immediately.
These are good. These are not cheap scarves.
That's
These
what
are
I'm
nice
saying.
Scarves.
They are really nice.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you actually get. So here's the thing. Before, and this is me volunteering this information to you. Poor Coach Lola. I'm texting Tina Lola at pre-8 o'clock. I mean, it was probably 7:15, 8:50. It was early this morning. You got to tuck away a scarf for me, just because I don't want. If I don't get out of my car fast enough, if I don't get to the gate fast enough, if I go to this game, now I'm gonna have a good time and I'm gonna have a cocktail or whatever, a beer, whatever I do. Mind your business. But what I'm saying is, if I don't come up with one of these scarves,
if James Cusack, then I'll be calling you. I'll be calling you.
Yes.
If I don't get one of these scars in the first 300, expect a phone call.
No, I was like, that's the selfish side of me, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just
but the game itself. Oh yeah,
Top 25 matchup.
There's no reason not to go. You're facing number 24 Syracuse. It's an ACC matchup. It's a big time, college soccer experience out there.
Yeah, and you won't have evenings this nice for the rest of the year.
100% agree. Hey, Marcus, I know I don't usually do this, but I think you'll understand. I feel the need to pass this one along for the caller's sake.
No, that's fine.
So that they are a UK fan that called in, and he just wanted to first reiterate on your all's point that Bobby already has proven that he would take the playbook because of the Wake Forest situation. But then he wanted to say that he appreciates your show, Marcus. This is coming from a UK fan, and he talked about how you were listening to callers earlier, and maybe you didn't agree with them. You said that they made fair points, and he just wanted to express his gratitude for your show. Then that's that he's listening.
Well, thanks for calling in, taking a shot at the coach, and giving us a compliment.
You're welcome.
Steve.
Hey, he was backing you, Steve.
I know.
He was taking your side. He was
away
saying
the savagery for
let's
what-
get the
Yeah, but
playbook.
still, though,
You hate backhanded
but you're
compliments.
still calling it. Well, I mean, he's already proven he'll do that.
He is mentally challenged.
Like, okay, thanks.
Everybody gets a listen. I don't mind hearing everybody out. I don't worry about the back. Speaking of, during the break, get out to Mark and Cindy Lynch Stadium tonight. Do it for your own sanity. You won't regret it. I promise you. You get out to these other events. It reminds you of how beautiful your campus has become. Like, those are constant reminders. During the break, I think I lost the battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I lost the battle. I may have lost the war. Somebody says you're so petty. You hear me? Texter. Well, Batline texter says you're petty.
Right. Fair.
But they probably support you in your pettiness.
Fair enough.
Speaking of supporting you in your pettiness, I've been outnumbered, I guess, 9-1 in the studio. Now, for the sake of the conversation, I was kind of being extreme moral high ground. But I did kind of feel dirty about the idea of bringing a player in here from another school. Because it's like, to me, that's what Belichick did. And for the money he was paying to get, to bring a guy in, sign him for a day, and then cut him, But I thought the player coming in was being well compensated, right?
Fair.
And when I think about Bryant coming here, for people who are just joining us this hour, we're talking about Kelly Bryant coming to the University of Louisville for a visit, or actually coming here to play. How much digging in the Clemson playbook would you be willing to do? And again, it started off sake of argument, but then I thought about it, and I'm just like, I really can't just sit here and pick this kid's brain about the opponent.
That's because your job's not on the line.
That's fair. But still, when I play cards and somebody drops their cards beside me, I have money on the table, but I don't look at their cards. I look away and I end up losing money, that.
And that's why you were overly excited about 2 checks coming in yesterday.
No, listen, but they came and I felt bad. Right.
So,
but you get my point. Like, I guess I still just have a big time Because we talk about it. I say to this day, I can't gamble on college sports, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to delve into the football a little bit.
Sure.
I have a hard time playing the fantasy football, being that Jalen provides information that could be very useful.
Yeah.
If I wanted to take advantage of it, and like I said, countless years of symposiums every year as a player, you just kind of tuned out of cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're still like, the conversation. Everybody's so convinced that that this is okay.
Yeah.
And your number one argument is what? They would do it to me.
Yeah.
You should have kept your wife happy.
Yes. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, this is the business. This is a game. This is gamesmanship. If I can get one up on you, I'm getting one up on you. Sorry. And I don't think that's a dirty. Like, I don't think that's dirty. I mean, you're not. What are you doing there? Okay.
I mean, like I said, to be fair, everybody agreed. Everybody said first thing you do is put them on the board. And
Yeah.
what do you want to tell us?
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, why would it be? I mean, if we've done this multiple times. When a player transfers from another school and you're playing that school, I mean, this is why.
Would you change your game plan?
No, this is why that you have to. This is why there were restrictions. This is why they would say, no, you can't go to an in-conference team. No, you can't go to a team we're playing in the next 3 years. This is why, because immediately you get that player and you say, okay, what do you got? Well, this is what we do. It's what they did over there. I mean, that's the game. Sorry about your luck. I don't know. You released him. That's your problem.
No, like outside of the emotional vibe
Yeah.
to it, like I don't really have a case to it, But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mhm.
That this is legal now.
Yeah.
This is legal, and it's the risk you take by not keeping your players happy.
Yeah. Like a WikiLeaks scenario is not legal.
Right.
If you were on the phone talking with whatever, I mean, I don't know the whole the gist of that. I mean, that's
The legality of it.
That's already been done and taken care of.
Who are you supposed to report this to?
Sure, yeah, but a player, no, absolutely, man. That's 100%. You're on my team now. I don't know. If you didn't want him here, you should try to block him from coming here.
Or that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is my player now. This isn't Dabo's player. This is Bobby's player now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But okay, so getting back into that's a bow tie on the Kelly Bryant situation. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is text line. If you got any opinions on a Kelly Bryant, if you want him for talent wise, or do you want him as anti-Clemson player? Either way, that to me, I'm okay with competition with Jawan Pass. With that being said, I still like Jawan Pass's chances going into the Boston College. Let me ask you this: does it take away from the fact that Boston College has lost the game? Would it take away from the quality of the win if you beat Boston College?
We're not worried about quality of win at this point.
What I'm saying is quality, like confidence wise, like if you beat a Florida State, you know how we talked about, how the win would feel, because when you beat Florida State, you're still beating Florida State.
Right.
We knew the matchup against Boston College. That was one of the circled games headed into the year. This is going to be a game to find out if we got it or not, right? Have you lost that with Boston College if a Dillon is out or if they're not ranked?
No, because we're in a way different spot.
So you're saying we should have a motivation?
Yeah,
bar none.
6 weeks in, we're in a much different spot than I thought we would be in week one. So no, I mean, now I look at it and I say, man, no, we need to win. Like we need to win now. And no, it's not about quality of win; it's win.
So just 1 point.
Yeah.
Offensive, show like last week we were talking about if you would prefer a defensive, stronghold or offensive explosion win. So you've like talked yourself out of those.
No. I mean, because now there's more on the line. I think there's jobs on the line now. So I look at it different. I'm like, oh yeah, no. I mean, sure. I mean, just a a win would be improvement considering you're on a 3-game losing streak.
Let me ask you this. Would it bother you or make you uncomfortable if we're playing to save his job? We want him to be the coach. Because I know you'll instantly go to the David Padgett kind of conversation, and that was uncomfortable in itself because it didn't work. But there still is an element to saying we believe in the coach, and I don't mind putting it publicly. Because here's the thing. You know how it gets right now. Everywhere these kids go, they're hearing the parents, basically give them the pass.
Yeah.
The parents right now all over the city are giving their kids, all over the state or wherever the country, are giving their kids your coach is not good pass.
Right.
Sometimes it's Bobby Petrino, sometimes it's your offensive coordinator, sometimes it's, whatever it is, there's enough traffic to say it's everybody's fault except for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, no, sure. I mean, that's definitely. I mean, I think that's kind of the finger gets pointed at the staff.
So would it bother you, or would it inspire you if you started hearing comments coming out of the team locker room about like on Saturday at 4:00 when you go to the post game and you hear we know coach has been going through it and we wanted to make sure we rallied around him.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that would inspire me. I mean, sure, if they come out and played really well and said, "No, yeah, the reason was we know, look, we got our coaches back," sure, because I think that would help me with maybe there's a disconnect there between player and coach. I mean, I know some of the coaches. I mean, I thought Des Fitzpatrick said it very well the other night. He said, "Look, love the coach.
I heard accountability in his.
Yeah, like I'm trying. We need to play better." I thought PJ Blue kind of was the same way. So. Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear that, but I still.
Yeah, I was just wondering, how much of your opinion would that affect if you heard them saying that?
They are at a point though where just a good game Saturday now, you're to the point where it's like, okay, good game,
good start,
yeah, good start. Now you got Wake at home. It's kind of like, all right, now Clemson on the road. Go figure something out.
Go figure something out. Because
by no means do you have to be Clemson. I'm not saying
that Boston College. You're right. The Boston College win would be a good start.
I think we will all go, okay, we're watching. But like I said, at this point, it's going to take a lot to change for me to say at least there needs to be some staff moves at the end of the year.
So you're still that's not going out of your brain.
No.
Is it more recruiting centric or just
a little bit of both
or development?
A little bit of both. Actually, I think some accountability.
Yeah, because I think
when I say staff moves, I just need a guy like Paul Petrino back. I need something like that. I need somebody to come in there.
Say maybe it's not clean out. Maybe it's add the right voice.
Yes.
Rather than clean out.
Yeah.
Bad voice.
I think Lonnie Galloway to me right now is
subpar at best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like, here's the thing. Fifth-year seniors or fourth-year seniors or juniors are supposed to look different.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably my number one uncomfortable, quiet moment thing.
Yeah.
Is I can't tell the difference between a senior body and
because the junior and senior class is not good. I mean, Grenard is a junior.
But their bodies should still look like they can play. That's my problem.
I know. And it's not. It's not right now. I mean, you're talking but here's the thing. I think we're all going, man, this freshman and sophomore class is the best class. But I feel like 4 years ago we were saying the same thing. I think we were going, man, these freshmen and sophomore are ballers. And then they were there for, a couple years, and all of a sudden now we're not. So what's the deal? Now, granted, you also got to give credit where it's due with guys like Jair, guys like Lamar that went pro early. I mean,
that's the thing too. Anybody, but to me, that still goes back to my point. Even if you're not as talented, you should be overcompensatingly big, overcompensatingly physical. Like you should almost be violent.
Yeah.
As a senior football player, as a especially after you watched your teammates who came in with you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that size discrepancy is probably the biggest thing bothering me. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll reset the show. Midday with Marcus Maven, 8150 939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
I love your wall color.
Oh, thank you. I got it at Lanning Paints. They are Louisville's only local paint manufacturer, and they provide everything from driveway sealer to high-quality paint.
Really?
Yes. Not only do they make their own products, but their new Dixie Highway location is a Benjamin Moore dealer as well.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Their other location is right in the heart of Middletown, just past Blankenbaker on Shelbyville Road.
Sally, I'll talk to you later. Honey, get in the car. We're going to Lanning Paints.
Lanning Paints, painting the USA from Louisville, Kentucky since 1983.
This is a message for all men. Look, my family doctor said my ED was incurable. There was nothing anyone could do but perform surgery. My wife was supportive. She told me it wasn't that important to her and there were other things we could do. But deep down inside, I knew she was disappointed. I felt less of a man, less of a husband. I was embarrassed. I heard the ads for the Louisville Men's Clinic and I thought to myself, how can the doctors at that clinic claim to solve my erectile dysfunction in 15 minutes or less? So I called, made an appointment. My wife went with me. And let me say, my doctor was wrong. We have regained our intimacy. They can help.
No matter your age or your condition, we can help. $99 for a doctor consultation and testos in the medication. Call now, 444-4000, 444-4000, 444-4000, or LouisvilleMen'sClinic.com. And be sure to ask about the incredible Priapus therapy, known to increase stamina, sensitivity, and even size.
Hi, I'm Circuit Court Judge Derwin Webb. In 1959, a sharecropper named George attempted to register to vote in the local Tennessee election. Because of the Jim Crow laws in his fifth grade education, he was denied the right. Yet, he persisted. He studied to retake the test and was denied again because of another requirement that he could not fulfill. Yet, he persisted. He studied once again and came back with a group of friends. Before he entered the office, two men with weapons drawn told him to leave and never come back. Because of his act of courage, he lost his job, his home, and was kicked off the farm where he lived and forced to move to Indianapolis with other relatives. I know George well because he was my grandfather. So when you think of the importance of voting this year, think of my grandfather and the other George Webbs that made the sacrifice for us all to vote. So please, please vote.
So, Steve, what do you think about Bill at Scorns and Sons collision, man?
Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, if you need to go to the bullpen for a new system, it's a great time to buy a new train comfort system from DFH. This month only, you can get a 15-month special financing on qualified train comfort systems. It's hard to stop a train. So call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for a complete program, eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions subject to credit approval. And while we're talking about DFH, thecrowdsline.com/DFH. People, Amazon gift cards, $50, $20, $10. They're raining Amazon gift cards. Just join. And here's the thing. You don't have to participate in the local giveaways. I mean, they're just giving away Amazon gift cards. All you do is go sign up. And we're not talking about you got to give your social security. Just go sign up with your name and where we can send. And I mean, not even address, just where we can email you your gift cards and get paid. Again, thecrowdsline.com/DFH. Join the Play to Win. It's very, very simple. Click the button, move the meter, get your gift cards. So, Steve, here's the thing. We've been having conversations all week. We've been waiting for the other bombshells to drop in the FBI stuff. We've been patiently trying to get the Georgia Tech debacle out of our brains, right? I caught this narrative sneaking out there. I almost went savage on it. I heard people trying to pin this national college basketball story and say it's going to let the air out of the sails of college basketball in Louisville. Ain't gonna happen. Now listen, I'll admit that scandal has been on the front page and been on the front of everybody's mind this week. You know your red, white, and game is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Do you know?
I know that.
Absolutely. In a roughly 14 days, you'll actually be playing Bellarmine.
Oh yeah, Bellarmine. Yeah.
And you know, once you see Scotty Davenport looking all angry on that sideline, you do know that while we're in the mood of giving shout outs, they're coming in at number one.
Number one. I was going to say, yeah.
Like imagine that, people.
You got the number one. You cannot schedule a tougher exhibition game than Bellarmine. I mean, you can't. You cannot schedule a tougher exhibition game than Bellarmine.
The best non-NCAA college basketball team, I say not NCAA, you know what I mean, is coming in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, you're gonna get tested. Like, I mean, I think you're gonna get a team. I don't care what the score is. You're gonna get tested.
Your patience is gonna get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Your fight is going. Can you please say what Scott Davenport, Coach Davenport, his Bellarmine team is ranked?
Number one. There's no one better than the Bellarmine Knights in that entire division.
He's going to be so angry when he comes into this. And I mean angry at anybody. He's serious right now. He hasn't been in here joking around in the studio much lately. Listen, the I forget if it was Courier Journal. There's a picture floating around of him when they're letting everybody know that they're number one. And it gives me chill bumps. We're supposed to be talking about Louisville basketball, but it's like you can't ignore that the number one team is coming in here.
Well, and that the number one team in Division II. I mean,
in AI, yeah, Division.
Yeah, play.
I say in AI.
He's better than AI.
Yeah, sorry.
but play right here down the road. I mean, it more so they win you over in the exhibition games like this, and you're like, man, you get out of there with the win. If you get out of there with the win, I mean, you get out of there with the win.
That's the only.
They win. Teams like that win you over there. I'm gonna go watch that team play.
I'm gonna go watch them play again and again and again, and we'll definitely get them on. We'll get Coach Davenport on before the game.
Yes,
that's a fact.
And you're gonna get tested that day, and it's gonna be. So I mean, that's a good, and that's coming in less than 2 weeks.
Red and white game next Sunday.
Yep.
Am I right about that?
Yes.
We're doing a pregame show, right?
For the red white game.
I'm doing a pregame show, right?
You may be doing that one.
No, that's absolutely fine because I need to tell people what to look for. I need to get my pipes warmed up for pregame college, University of Louisville stuff.
It's fair.
So I'm definitely going to make that happen. I'm way too excited. See, now you're proving them right if you're not excited. But that's okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You get to see.
No, I just got to drive. It's a Sunday, and I'm in Radcliffe, Kentucky for church, and got to rush. You know what happened the last time I tried to do a pregame show for a 2:00 game? I got a ticket,
a 105 ticket.
So
what were you doing, Steve?
So yeah.
What speed were you doing?
Enough to get pulled over. So no, I think I will just come up, watch my game, and go back to Shepherdsville. But still. Yeah, but I'm excited about getting there is the thing. Like, I'm looking forward to the season, man. And I'm ready to see this team, and I'm ready to see a red-white game where it's competitive and it's not, okay, yes, I love happy-go-lucky Chris Mack too, but I want to see Chris Mack who's watching a team and evaluating what they're doing.
I don't think he's going to be entertainer guy anymore.
No, I don't either.
Not that I wanted to see entertainer guy.
No.
Okay, so let's just do this real quick. I mean, red and white game coming up. What do you need to see? Because here's the thing. This is going to be a long distance jump to conclusions. What are you going to need to see to say we're going to be decent this year? And like I said, this is radio. This is media.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We jump to ridiculous conclusions really, really fast. What do you have to see out of there? What competitive matchup do you have to say to like, okay, well, maybe we got something.
I mean,
because last year we wanted to see VJ King.
Yeah. See, I have two for sure. One is an outside thing.
8150 939 is the number. 3831 939. We still got a couple of minutes left. You want to jump in on this? What are you going to want to see next week? I mean, of course, we're going to talk about this a lot more next week.
Well, yeah.
But just leading up to it, like throwing a little cast out there for next.
The two I want to see is first off, I need to see that Jordan Wara is the player we think he is, right off the bat. Like I need to see that he is.
Or is he too gassed up right now?
No, I mean you should be able to at least be doing something. Then I mean I think I want to see that. The other thing is I need to see can Malik Williams or Steve Enoch be a serious big man, like that we because if we're running 4 out 1 in this year, if that's
got to be a dog.
We need those two. I need that matchup to be an absolute slugfest. To know we have one guy. My outside look is Christian Cunningham, because I think as of right now, from what we see, what we hear, everything, I think he's going to be your starting point guard.
We didn't talk about this gold jersey situation.
No, but he won the first one. So,
for those of you who don't know, there's a gold jersey.
Yeah.
That is basically, we didn't give him his props for doing the turnover chain before the turnover chain.
Yeah.
Gold jersey, the guy getting it done in practice, people. Christian Cunningham was the first recipient.
Yeah.
At first I thought the love towards Christian Cunningham was to motivate everybody else.
Yeah.
Then I realized. But I didn't think so when I saw it with my own 2 eyes. He's just serious, He's serious, taking care of the ball. I know that look, you know, of a guy who thinks he's a starting point guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's manager guy. He's, just serious. Everybody's joking. Everybody's making fart jokes. He's the guy just,
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, like he's the guy that shuts that down.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. And so, I mean, that's kind of, like I said, that's my outside thing. But still, right off the bat, the two major things for me is, like I said, King. I like King, but I'm done going into a season going, okay, this year he's gonna blow up. Like, we'll see. I'm ready. I like you. I like your game. I like what you do. But I need to see that Jordan is the guy.
I am ball movement guy. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
Guy. If we get to next week and there is an emphasis on triple threat position, screening without moving, taking care of the ball on simple passes. If I watch somebody do a weave and let that ball drop to the next guy, that if I see any bit of that cool spin the ball passing, right? That non-take care of the ball, clumsy stuff, right?
Yeah.
This might be the worst year of basketball radio. Listen, if you like this show, you better pray that they take care of that ball.
Yeah, that's fair.
And listen, I know you can have turnovers. Everybody's excited. Everybody's, but you can tell when the movement of the player and the screen and the way people hold the basketball, you can tell if that's important or not. You don't win anything if you don't see that ball, if you don't see ball movement and appreciation for the basketball.
Right. That's fair.
Like it does not work. Your teams, unless you got a point guard who keeps the ball in his hands the entire time, and he's just like one of those guys that just.
Yeah, but this team's not going to win doing that.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's almost like when you have a Siva and a Russ, not Russ, but the Siva element. You knew the ball was comfortable in his hands. He could run his pick and roll, and if it wasn't there, he could back out and still have the ball and not have to pick up the ball.
Yeah.
It's my biggest complaint with Q. He was forced to pick up the ball a little too much, right? And I don't want to see Darius or Christian Cunningham have to pick up the basketball. Ryan McMahon as well. You should not have to pick up the basketball all the time. And if you pick it up, it's out of your hands. I know it takes time to structure a team, to put in your own structure. But again, you in the red and white game, you get to see emphasis on something. If it looks like the same cool group, oh my God. Goodness gracious, help me. Birdhead Ryan, thanks for joining us on the Escort Collision Center Hotline, my man. What's on your mind?
What's up, guys? So not only do I want to see Bill Murray show up to a few games and get the crowd into
good point.
it, he will. I want to take a little different angle. This probably sounds a little cliche, but I want to see a team with confidence that when they're down one and we've got one play to go and we come out of a timeout, have the focus of we're gonna get this basket. Come hell or high water, we're gonna score, we're gonna win this game, versus the defeatist. Not really a defeatist attitude, but kind of just the feeling of we're wishing and hoping that this works versus this is going to work because we've got a coach behind us and we're going to play as a team. That's what I want to see. I'm not really looking individually this year. I want to see collectively as a team how they gel and how they execute together. And I think, and that's one of the words they use. So that's what I'm looking for. And I'll jump off. Take care, guys.